What's going on? War 1 of Season 20. We're up against this alliance. Light, I guess? I don't know. They were in Platinum last season. So this would appear to be a pretty favorable matchup for us. Let's go ahead and scout out my paths here. Alright, so I'll be taking Void here. Strike, Counter, Fury. Which is that's pretty good placement. The Furies will enhance his debuffs. And then we've got Warlock here. This Warlock also has Strike, Counter, Fury, and Brute Force with Power Focus 1. I'm going to be using Archangel for... Fucking kidding me. I'm going to be using Archangel for Void and Dr. Doom for Warlock. And then Dr. Doom will also be a good backup option for that Korg in case needed, but it won't be needed. Okay, and then in Section 2, I just have this one fight over here. It's going to be this Killmonger on improved power gain in Aspect of Evolution. So, it's just Aspect of Evolution and Kinetic Transference? Okay. Well, anyway, I'm going to be using Dr. Doom, and I'm going to be bringing the Mr. Fantastic synergy so I can get that armor break off. So, let's go ahead and join up. Alright. So, Dr. Doom, Mr. Fantastic, and Archangel. Archangel should shut down that node too. I think that he's going to be the best option there. Nick Fury would also be a pretty good option. I'm wondering if I should do that just because of the second life. I don't really want to overthink it, but... We're going to stick with Archangel. Okay. Begin. I'm going to walk over to my first fight, and then I'll exit the fight screen, and yeah, I will fight later. Alright, here we are at Void, fight number 1 of Season 20. Last season I started my season on this path, and my first fight was on this node against Hyperion with Dr. Doom, and I took an SP3. It was a very poor fight. And yeah, this one is also going to be terrible. Now here, I just messed up the spacing, I guess. I don't know. And then I'm missing parries here. And then I'm late on the heavy. I mean, this is exactly what I would have expected for myself to start the season, which isn't good. I don't know what it is about. I don't know if it's nerves or what, but generally as the season goes on, I get a lot better. And, I mean, this fight is just absolutely brutal. Now, I'm trying desperately to get to my SP1 and stuff and throw that so that, he doesn't build up too many Fury charges. Because as you guys can see, he was doing 950 damage per second with his debuffs because of the Fury's crazy. But anyway, we survived, thankfully. I did also have 9 out of 9 in greater vitality, and I do think that saved my life there. Or at least the fight would have been even closer had I not had the Vitality Mastery maxed out. But alright, so fight number 2. This fight is very, very easy. And with Dr. Doom, you can just recycle the L1s all day long if you want to. Not worry about the Strike, Counter, Fury allowance or whatever you want to call it. But obviously you guys can see, I'm not playing this fight well either. I got hit at the end of one of his SP1s towards the beginning of the fight, and I don't know, pretty ugly, but yeah, I don't know. All right, section 2, Killmonger. The first boost that I've used this war, and it's just an invulnerability boost. So he's going to just get a crazy amount of power on this node, and I know that. But I used the invulnerability boost that I didn't really have to worry about. There I get off a reparry. But I did it just so I didn't have to worry too much about his power. But so far it's going well. I'm not doing a ton of damage. I don't have suicides or anything like that. But that's okay. I know that once I get off my L3, the damage is really going to start to ramp up for me. So there, I mean, you know, that L3 on its own did a lot of damage. And then with my little combo, I'm going to be able to get back to an L1. Throw that. I believe I throw off my L2 here. Get those incinerates on him. It doesn't give him any combat power, which is awesome. Now here, I just, that was just a bad decision on my part to throw that heavy. Because of aspect of evolution, you know, I should have known that he was going to get to his L3. I thought that I had enough wiggle room there. But, and then here I anticipated an intercept. But, you know, ultimately got out of there, you know, pretty much unscathed. So, a pretty ugly first war, but that's how my first wars of every season go. And that was it for me, just 3 fights. We have a lot of really good players in Battle Group 3. So, they're going to get the lion's share of the fights. Now, here you guys can see that we had a good war overall as a battle group. We only had 2 deaths. Both were actually to things using Omega. So, very difficult fights. But here are the new look Season 20 base set cards. We've got Legacy with the silver. He was 3rd in power rating. The gold this season goes to the player with the 2nd highest power rating. That was Bryn. And then this season, the top power rating from each war gets a platinum card. Amir from Battle Group 2 got that card. He had an awesome war. And that is it. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Leave a like and a comment. Future videos, I assume I'll have more fights, a little more action, a little bit more exciting to watch. And I'm sure that I will give you guys plenty of deaths to learn from and laugh about. But that's it. I will see you in the next video.